Shalom, YAHUSHUA, YAHUSHUA, this preaching officer 500 Mathumyad out of I.S.U.P.K, store out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Jerry YAHANNA. And we've been teaching the truth about the Bible since 1969. You know what I mean? The truth about the Bible being that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are the real Israelites and the real Jews of the Bible. You know what I mean? We're the authentic Jews of antiquity. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get into a few things, you know what I mean, tonight. You know what I mean? Tonight, you know what I mean? We got to understand, like, we're in the last days. We're in the last days. We're not in a time where we should be lackadaisical about coming into the truth or lackadaisical about changing our lives as we know it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way we live today in America is all the way wrong. You know what I mean? The way we live in America today is like we can't do any wrong. We can't do no wrong. We can't. There's no error in our ways, in our day-to-day lives. You know what I mean? We see our lives the way we live it every day, no matter how old you are in the black community, no matter how young you are. You know what I'm saying? We don't see any wrong in our behavior as a whole community. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know this from experience. I do this. I know this from talking to people in my profession, in my, you know what I mean, my job as being a priest and prophet of the Lord. We're talking to brothers and sisters out there, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Talking to our people. We don't see any wrong in what we're doing. We see the way we're living as, you know, just as regular, as normal. We see the way we're living as righteous. You know what I'm saying? Like us going to church, being righteous. Us going into any religion, you know what I'm saying, is as being righteous. When in all actual reality, you know what I'm saying, the Bible doesn't teach for us to go into these religions. Doesn't teach for us to go in these religions. Doesn't teach us to follow any false gods. We feel like we can, you know, go ahead and be, you know, a 7-day Adventist. We feel like we can be any religion. We feel like we can live an alternative lifestyle, right? Our people feel like we can do any of these things. Why? Because they're brainwashed by America and thinking that we can have our own righteousness. There's a scripture about that too. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get it real fast. Let me get it real quick. You know what I'm saying? We feel like we can do whatever we want in America. We feel like we can do whatever we want. And this is a scripture about that real quick. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna go back into where I was getting into. Romans 10:1. Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to God for Israel is that they might be saved. Verse 2. So that's one thing right there for Christians out there. Paul only wanted Israel to be saved. You know what I'm saying? Just for Christians out there that think everybody's supposed to be saved. Verse 2. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Our people out here, we got a zeal for God. We got a zeal to do what the, you know what I mean, to find God and to, you know, follow God. But, you know what I mean, it's not according to knowledge. It's not according to knowledge. It's not according to, you know what I mean, what we're supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? According to knowledge. What's knowledge according to the Bible? According to the Bible, knowledge is, well, instead of me saying it, let's get God's word. I'll get it right now. So, hold on a second. You know what I'm saying? Right here. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's knowledge. You know what I'm saying? To fear the Most High. How you fear the Most High? You do that by keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments. You do that by not eating pork You do that by not eating shrimp, crab, and lobster. You do that by not being a brother that will be so quick to kill and unalive your own brothers. You know what I'm saying? You do that by not being so quick to have an evil eye towards your brothers. You know what I'm saying? You only do that by having brotherhood. You know what I mean? Not defiling yourself and eating all the unclean things, all manner of unclean foods and meats. So like that the Most High said for us not to eat. You understand? That's how you do it. You don't do that by, wanting to kill a brother. You know what I'm saying? Being quick to kill a brother, but won't lay a finger. Not that you should, but won't lay a finger to the white man, to your real enemy, to the one that has your people in captivity. You understand? Like, you know what I mean? This is the way we have to go. You know what I mean? I'm going to read a little bit more on this. I'm going to go back to Romans. All right. So Romans 10:3. For they being ignorant of God. So we just read how we have before I do that, we just read how, our people, we have a zeal for God, but it's not according to knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to read on to the 3rd verse. For they being ignorant of God's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness. That's what we do. As a people, we we want to establish our own righteousness. We want to do what we feel like is righteous. You understand? Like, smoking weed there's nothing wrong with it. It's a plant that comes from the earth. What's wrong with that? Like, what's the evil in that? When the Most High said not to do it. When the Most High said an ungodly man lighted a fire between his mouth, in his mouth. You understand? I'm paraphrasing it. But you shouldn't smoke cigarettes. Why? Because God said so. You shouldn't smoke weed. Why? Because God said so. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what the Most High said for us to do. You know what I mean? And then you get so caught up into smoking weed, you make a god out of it. It's your god now. You know why? Because you can't wake up in the morning without smoking that blunt. You can't wake up in the morning without hitting the blunt. You damn near can't brush your teeth first before hitting the blunt. You understand? Like, that's the evil in that. You know what I mean? First off, you're destroying yourself getting high off of a drug. You understand? And you're making it a god because you put that before everything. Before everything. Being a damn weed head. You understand? We gotta be stronger than that. You know what I mean? We don't think that being addicted to weed is weak. We think it's strong. We think or just regular, like I was saying before. We think that's a regular way of living. We think that's a cool way to be. You know what I'm saying? How can I say? You settled there. You know what I mean? You just content. You content with just being a weed head when you could be so much better than that. You could be so much better than that. You know what I mean? We are the best people on the face of this earth. And how are we as Black and Hispanic men going to be subject to a damn plant? You know what I mean? That our oppressor, the white man, the devil the Bible speaks of, puts in our communities so we can be destroyed off of it. We better than that, man. You can be better than that. You know what I mean? So I'm going to read some more on that. Read from the top. For they being ignorant of God's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of God. You haven't submitted yourself unto the righteousness of God. Why? Because we're in these different things. We have all these different ways of living that we trying to go into that the Most High didn't prescribe for us to be in. You know, he said, and he gave Moses the commandments, you know what I mean, the laws and the statutes and the judgments. He gave it to him so we can give it to us. You understand? And he did that. And that's what we're supposed to be following. We're supposed to follow the Levitical laws in the Bible on what to eat and what not to eat. We're supposed to follow how to handle and carry yourself as a man, as a Black man. You understand? Hispanic man, Native American man. That's in the Bible. We're supposed to, you know what I mean, keep these things so we can pass it off to our children. But due to us, you know what I mean, now that we in captivity, and now that, you know what I mean, all these religions are being pushed into America and, you know, are allowed here in America, so we could be destroyed under it. You know what I mean? We fall victim to all these different things that's allowed here in America. Alternative lifestyles, homosexuality is allowed in America. And guess what? It's in a lot of these people's religions that they love so much. You know what I'm saying? It's in a lot of these people religions. You know what I mean? Christianity. You understand? Christianity, we see that through the media, throughout social media all the time. You know what I mean? How these Christian pastors got something going on with them. They got a damn problem with them for the most part. You know what I mean? Slugging for, you know what I mean, every last one of them. You know what I mean? They got something wrong with them. You know what I mean? To T.D. Jakes, to Kirk Franklin, to all these other pastors. You know what I'm saying? It was some pastors. It was a couple of you know what I mean, so-called Christians. It was some Christians that was talking about how some blasphemy about the Bible. They was talking about how Christ wasn't perfect or something like that. You know what I mean? They blaspheme the Bible. You know what I mean? They do all these things and they're homosexual. You understand? Like, that's in your Christian church. That's in your Muslim mosques. You understand? The Muslim mosques, you know what I mean? They, you know how they say, you know what I mean, they following God and they holier than thou. You know what I mean? But meanwhile, they idol worship in the rock in Mecca. They idol worship in the rock in Mecca, you know what I mean, kissing the same part of the rock in Mecca. You understand? And plus, you know what I mean, you're following the Arab's God. I mean, I don't know if, as a black man, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can follow a white man's God. I don't know if I could follow an Arabian God. You understand? Why won't we find where the black God is at, where the nigga God is at? We so caught up in, you know, trying to be in all these other man's religions. You know what I mean? When the Arabs, they built the damn slave ships so we can be brought over into slavery during the transatlantic slave trade. But we want to go into this religion. Why? Because you're a coward and a traitor and just weak. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, you know, just weak. Just weak. And plus, you know what I mean? They had our women too. They had our women, these Arabs that black Muslims love so much. You know what I mean? Calling them brother and Aki and whatever, all that stupid nonsense, right? They had our women as harems, sex slaves. You understand? Like, you know what I mean? Like, when we was brought over here, the majority of us was men, like black men being brought over here into slavery. You know what I'm saying? The majority of our women was stayed over there where they was at. You know why? Because they had them as harems. But black men in Islam love them so much. Black men in Islam give the Arabians a pass for some reason. They look at them as brothers for some reason. They don't look at them like they need to pay for what they did to us as well. Like, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? They, you know what I mean, should lose all respect and, you know what I mean, respect. Because, you know what I mean, I can't respect someone that doesn't give a damn about what happened to our people in the past. And you want to follow the people that, you know, did that to us. There's no respect there for you. You know what I'm saying? So in these last days in time, we got to understand as a people, we got to understand, like, you know, this is the last days and times. We got to come back to what the Most High said for us to do. And what did he say to do, man? He said one thing that's prevalent to what we need to do today. I'm going to get the scripture for you right now. Salah. Just bear with me a second. You know what I mean? And this scripture right here, like, it's pulled all the time, because why is what we need to is what we need to know as a people. You know what I mean? Most importantly, we need to know this more than celebrating Christmas. We need to know this more than celebrating New Year's and all that stuff. We need to know this, not what your slave master taught you. I'm gonna read right quick. It's the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together. The Most High telling us, you know what I mean, that we need to gather ourselves together. We have to gather ourselves together. And we hear throughout the decades, we got to come together. We got to come together. We hear that. But like I just read in Romans, the 10th chapter, man, we have a zeal for God, but not according to knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Paraphrasing. We have a zeal, but it's not according to knowledge. You know what I'm saying? We have to realize, like, if we're going to gather together, we got to gather together under the right umbrella, under the right, you know, moniker and the right banner. And where do we gather together at? Is in the I.S.U.P.K, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. This is where we have to gather ourselves together at, not gathering together for the sake of Christmas, for the sake of these new holidays that the slave master gives us, man. Not for the sake of New Year's and all that stuff, for the new year. You know what I mean? When this is not the new year, according to God. According to God, the new year starts in around April, around that time. You know what I mean? Springtime. That's when the new year comes in. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when it comes in, when everything sprouts and grows back into the earth again, all the plants come back to life. That's the new year. Not this is the dead of the year. You understand? This is not, everything's backwards because we've been taught by the white man, who is the devil the Bible speaks of. You understand? We have to come together. Where? In the I.S.U.P.K, nowhere else. We can't come together in any of these other religions, because they're going to teach you to be subjugated to the people that's oppressing you. You know what I'm saying? You go into Christianity, you subject to a white man's God. You understand that he tricked us in the worshiping, you know what I mean, during slavery. You understand? Like, I can never do that. You know what I mean? And you worshiping the man that kills you, that kills us every day in the streets of America. How can you do it? Help me out with that. Help me out with that, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can't serve a man that's unaliving our people on a day-to-day basis and think it's all right. And don't have any, you know what I mean? We're not even thinking about, is it wrong or not? You understand? Like, we have to understand. We got to understand, like, we can't serve a white man's God. We can't serve an Arab man's God. We can't serve an Asian God. You understand? Like, what are we doing? That's like, you know, you crazy in the head. You're trying to celebrate another man's God. You understand? And only a destroyed people, only a decimated people will serve another man's God. You know what I mean? Only a man that's broken down in his spirit will serve another man's God. You know, understand? And willingly be a slave to him. When you have your own people, don't you? You got your own people. You got your own culture, right? We got our own culture. We got our own thing that we do, right? You know what I mean? That comes from our God, from our Father. But we wanna act like it's a little thing and a light thing. So we go ahead and throw that away for a stinking rock in Mecca that they all kiss over there and cause us damn stampede and kill each other over there in Mecca. It's a vain God. You know, understand? The rock can't do anything for you. A rock can't walk around. The walk can't prophesy. The rock can't do anything. It's a dumb stone that you over there and you love so much and kiss. You understand? It's a dumb stone that can't do anything. It's a vain religion, a stupid religion. And you know what I mean? Ain't no prophets ever come out of the people, the son of the seed of Ishmael in the Bible. You understand? So the whole religion is, you know what I mean, is garbage anyway. You understand? So, you know what I mean? This is what we have to do. You know what I mean? This is what we have to do. You know what I mean? Instead of going into the religion of the people that slaughtered us, you know what I mean? We don't understand that Islam was spread by the sword either. We don't understand that either. We don't know that the, you know, that that, you know what I mean, Islam was spread by the sword. Muhammad did that. And we willing to, you know, serve it anyway. I feel sorry for you. I pity you. You know what I mean? Because you just don't get it. You so spineless and, you know, weak that you would want to go ahead and serve the very man that destroyed your people in the past, and that's leeching off of our people today in the Crown Fried Chicken and all these other spots. You know what I'm saying? Setting up drug paraphernalia stores all in our neighborhoods, but we don't give it. Like this dude right here, like, you know, he don't give a damn about that because we want to just be weak. We can't be that in this time. You know what I'm saying? You want to be weak in this time, you need to get the hell out the way. You know what I'm saying? Because brothers and sisters, you know what I mean, we got to come back. We going to get back to this. You know what I mean? We going to be strong. You know what I mean? The weak are going. The Most High said, let the weak be strong. And our people, you know what I mean, we're going to get back strong. You know what I mean? Everybody that want to serve another man's God, you know what I mean, go ahead and have at it, and you just get unalive along with the people, and not by our hands. It's going to be the Most High that do it. Now, the Most High said to gather ourselves together. So I'm going to read from the top. Oh, Salaki. Zephaniah 2:1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desire. O nation not desire. Why does the Most High say, why does Salaki, the Most High say, the nigga God say, you know what I mean, that we're a nation not desire? Because these other nations don't care about us. They don't care about us. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a damn about us. Any of these nations. The white man who is the devil the Bible speaks of, that would, you know what I'm saying, hang us in the past and hangs us to this day. To this day. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And now, all right, real quick. Let me just address somebody in the chat. Real quick. All right. So it's some brother named, right, Temp, or if he's saying that, Temp Abdul Azim. All right, cool. Now, he's so headstrong about Islam, right? He's headstrong about Islam. He loves Islam. You know what I'm saying? Are you I'm sure you know everything. You know all things Islam. You know all things Islam, and you are fine with everything that Islam teaches. Okay, so just let me know one thing. Are you? I'm sure you're aware of Muhammad and his explicit, you know what I'm saying, his erotic relationship with minors. You know what I'm saying? You're fine with that though, right? Just answer me that real quick. Don't waste my time either. Come on, hurry up. Hurry up. Since you like talking, I'm entertaining this for a little minute. I'm waiting on you. Are you fine with being cool with being in relationship with minors? Let me know something, because you follow Islam. You love Muhammad. So let me know, you know what I mean? Let me know something. Put it in the chat. I'm waiting on you. He was talking this whole time. Put something in there. You know what I mean? All right, hold on. Waiting on you. Because we love worshiping religions that don't mean a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? We love religions that that means nothing to us. You know what I'm saying? Like worshiping a rock. Like, come on, man. This is idiotic. You know what I'm saying? I think the brother, right? You got it, brother. Answer the question, man. Are you fine with the way that your God, your you know what I mean, your Savior Muhammad lived? Do you live the same lifestyle? Do you agree with the way Muhammad lived his life, man? Being in a relationship or an erotic sexual relationship with minors. Are you cool with that? Answer the question. Don't hop around now. You had everything to say earlier. You know what I'm saying? Answer. Answer the damn question, man. You know what I'm saying? You're running your mouth this whole time. All right. Yeah. See, now when you okay. Answer the question. You hopping around it. What does that mean? What does that mean? Gradually shorter than the day. Being 9 back then was like. Now this man right here, okay. You don't gotta say nothing else. This man right here, Temp Abdul Azim, whatever that gibberish is, right? He is a damn. He need his ass whipped, Salaki. But he's like he's cool with being in a relationship with minors. He is a damn child molester. All right, he's cool with that. All right, that's what he's saying right there in that statement right there. That's what you saying, that you cool with it. All right, so I ain't really rocking with no pedophiles. All right, so you're gonna have to get out of here. All right? You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm telling you, I'm being a brother to you and telling you that Islam is a vain holiday. It's a vain religion. It's a vain religion. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my brother, Shalom, sir. You know what I'm saying? This brother right here is just lost, and I pity him for real. But he need his ass with Salaki, sir. But like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, 9 years. Yeah, Khan, like 9-year-old is 19 now. Like, where we do that at? In Islam, we do, I guess, right? That's why I tell us to get out of Islam, man. That's like not me. That's why the Most High said not to, you know what I mean, go off on what he said to do, because we'll go into slavery. We'll go into cargo slave ships. We'll end up worshiping gods, you know what I mean, that our fathers never known, even wood and stone. The stone is what you worshiping, you know what I mean, in Islam, man. You understand? I'm paraphrasing them scriptures, but yeah, you'll find that in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. And you are a victim of it. And you know what I mean? You just off. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's it, man. Hey, so, you need to do better, man. Do better. I'm being a brother to him. I'm being a brother to you, letting you know that it's wrong. But you want to fight against it, and you really not fighting me, because these ain't my words. This is the Most High words. You know what I'm saying? All I'm doing is reading the scriptures. You know what I mean? But you want to, you want to champion Islam and stand on the front lines for Islam when you don't even know what you really doing, what you really worshiping when you in there. So, all right, you're just gonna have to go now. Or maybe I can see what else he's gonna say. Put his foot in his mouth again. But yeah. So yeah, man. Back to what I was saying. Maybe, yeah, so this is class. So maybe you should just shut your mouth more and listen and learn, so you can learn something before, you know what I mean, doing things like this, just talking in the chat, you end up putting your foot in your mouth. You know what I mean? So I'm get back to what I was saying. They beat their woman too, Khan. They beat their woman too. I'm sure he's fine with that. You know what I mean? You know, he seemed like a cat the way he talks, the way he talking in the chat. Like, you know, seemed like you don't have no self-control anyway. You know what I mean? You know, I'm sure you beat your woman, your kids, all that stuff. You know what I mean? Islam teaches you to be a terrible man. Teaches you to be a soft, effeminate man that beats his woman and sleeps with minors. That's what Islam teaches you. Take it up with me. Take it up with the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Take it up with the Most High. That's all I got to say. So back to what I was saying. Talking crazy. All right, so the Most High wants us to, you know what I mean, come together. To come together as a nation of people in the I.S.U.P.K. As you can see, it's nowhere else. It can't be Islam. It can't be Islam. We see that now, right? We see that. Islam's out the door. Christianity, I showed some of my last class about Christianity where T.D. Jakes, I mean, everybody know about him talking about being swallowed up and all that stuff, right? But it's another tape where he had like some security officer, some homosexual security officer dancing in front of him, and he looking at him like, you know what I mean, some Jake in the world would be in the strip club looking at a sister or whatever. He's looking at him with all the lust in his heart. You know what I'm saying? Christianity ain't the way either. So where is the way to go? What's the way to go? You know what I'm saying? Like, so Christianity's out the door, and Islam is out the door. You know what I mean? What about these other, you know what I mean, Hinduism, all that stuff? All these religions are garbage. You know what I'm saying? The I.S.U.P.K is where it's at. You know what I mean? And why we got to come together here? Because it says, the Most High says that we're a nation not desired. We're a nation not desired. Everybody hates us. Everybody wants to see us, you know, destroyed. Everybody wants to see us done. You know what I mean? They've been wanted us done. You know what I'm saying? They think we done now. They think we done now because we're slaved and we're in captivity here in America right now. You know what I mean? They think we're done for. They don't think we have any hope left. You know what I'm saying? They think we're through. But the way we change that is in the UPK, because we building a nation. We building the damn nation here. You know what I'm saying? Where black men grow up to be strong, building strong families again. You know what I'm saying? Our women acting right, or teaching our women, you know what I mean, to fall in line the correct way, growing our kids up, raising our kids up to be strong men, our sons to be strong men of the Lord, our daughters to be princesses. We doing this in the UPK. You know what I'm saying? While people on the sidelines looking and you know what I mean, talking crap on the side, while we're doing the work. We're doing the work. But, you know, hey, what do I know, right? All we doing is building a nation under Commander YAHANNA. That's all we doing over here. You know what I'm saying? If you must know, if you didn't know already. I'm gonna drop this scripture right quick, right? I'm gonna get another one in Romans 13th chapter, 11th verse. I'm read right quick. Romans 13 and 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. Now is the time to wake out of sleep. And knowing the time, what time is it? The time now is the time to turn from your sin. The time now is to make sure that you are living, you know what I mean, a life of righteousness, where your morals is the first thing you think about. Where your morals is your main priority every day. Every day. You know what I'm saying? To recognize where you sit at, you know what I mean, with the Most High. You know what I mean? To recognize, to be on the good side of the Most High instead of being on the bad side. You know what I mean? Because this is not the time, especially in today's time, you know what I mean, where all these wars is going on, you know what I mean, in the Middle East. It started off with, excuse me, it started off with just the Gaza and Israel war last year, right? Then it turned into, and then Lebanon and Israel and Gaza. Then it turned into Middle East crisis. You know what I mean? It's spreading. You know what I mean? The spirit of war, of death is about to come into this earth. You know what I mean? And we don't have to be victims of it. We could be righteous. We could survive the times that's coming. You understand? What we teach you in the UPK under Commander YAHANNA, you know what I mean, since 1969, we teach you here is how to survive what's to come. You understand? Like, we teach you how to survive the hell and the turmoil that's coming here, because it's definitely coming. You think it's hell now. Just wait a second. Just wait a quick second. You know what I mean? And you'll see true hell on this earth. You know what I mean? That's why we tell our people, man, we got to get right now. We have to put our morals first now. It's not the time to wait now. Let me read it again from the top. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. Now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. Our salvation is coming real quick. It's right around the corner. It's around the corner, and you know, wasting, how can I say, like, you know, being careless about your life, going into these different things, like, you know what I mean, eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. Why? Because you was taught that by your oppressor when the Most High said not to do it. Doing all these things could cause you to be unalived, untimely in this place, man. Life is, you know what I mean, we got to understand what life really is about. It's not about what you've been taught in school, in the public school districts or system, or what you've been taught by the Christian church, or what you've been taught by your slave master. Life is about following the Most High, keeping his commandments, and nothing else. Why? Because, you know, when you do that, that's how you stay alive. That's how you stay alive. I read in the last class how the Most High destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. He destroyed it. You know what I'm saying? Why? He destroyed it with fire and brimstone. You know what I mean? Why did he do that? Because the people there felt like they could live in any manner that they wanted to. They felt like they could do exactly whatever they wanted. And they were taught a lesson. So and they were taught a lesson that day, that the Most High is not with homosexuality. He's not with sexual deviancy. He's not with it. He's not with any of those things. And how you fight against it? How do you fight against it? You come into UPK, in the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge. I'm gonna drop that real quick. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go to Micah 2:10. You know what I'm saying? Get my scriptures out real quick. Gotta get my scriptures out. Oh man, bear with me for a second while I get it, because we have this Bible in all our homes. In all our homes, we have this Bible. You know what I mean? But we don't follow anything in it. We rarely open it up and see what it say in the Bible. You know what I mean? We barely do that, because, you know, we feel like we have life figured out already. We feel like we know what to do already in our own hearts. I'm gonna get Micah 2:10 real quick. It's the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Arise ye and depart. Now the scripture is saying that we need to arise and depart, meaning we need to leave this place, man. We need to leave, you know what I mean, America. And do we leave physically? Do we leave and go to do we leave and go to the Middle East? No, that would be the dumbest thing to do right now, actually. To go drop everything, go to the Middle East. You know what I mean? Some people did that in the past, and they see what's going on now. You know what I mean? Do we leave and go to Ghana? Do we leave and go to someplace in Africa where you think they're going to take you in? Do we do any of that? Do we leave and follow, go to Africa and follow Kemet? You know what I mean? Do we leave and go to Europe or some other place? It's not talking about physically leaving. It's talking about having your spirit depart from America. Your spirit be different than what everybody else's spirit is in America. Your spirit being contrary to the spirit of America. That's what it's talking about. You know what I'm saying? We have to be different on that aspect. You know what I mean? It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. This place is not our rest. America could never be our rest. How could it be our rest when they held our ancestors enslaved here? When they burnt our people to crisp, you know what I mean, for no reason. Or they gouged our eyes out whenever we try to read the Bible, you know what I'm saying? Whenever we tried to read the Bible, they gouged our eyes out whenever they caught us. You understand? Hung us from trees. Sexually force our women, you know what I mean, right in front of us too, right in front of our right in front of us. You know what I'm saying? To violate our women and our kids right in front of us. You know what I mean? Burn the man of the family in front of the wife and the child or children. You know what I mean? This is what they did to us in the past. And this is our rest. Why? Because you get a license to smoke weed. This is the place of our rest. Why? Because you get a license to be a whore. You get a license to unalive your babies in the abortion clinics. Tell me why this is a place of our rest where we could relax here, and we don't have to worry about being different than the spirit of America. You know what I mean? Why is this a place of our rest? You know what I mean? Is it because, you know what I mean, we get licensed to unalive each other, you know what I'm saying, in our neighborhoods. You know what I mean? They pile up guns and drugs all in our neighborhoods, you know what I mean? And is that a reason why this is a place of our rest? I beg to differ. This is a hellhole. America is a hellhole. You understand? It's hell for us and heaven for the white man, because he gets to do whatever he wants here in America. He gets to you know what I mean, hang us and then get off on it. We don't receive justice for it. He gets to shoot us dead in cold blood in the streets of America, and he gets off on it. He gets off. He doesn't get, you know what I mean, the proper judgment that he needs for that. Wasn't it just like 15 cops or something like that, just unalive, you know what I mean, was responsible for unaliving Robert Brooks? And you telling me this is a place of our rest? And this is a place of our rest. You know what I'm saying? This is a place of our rest when these things, you know what I mean, happen to us here in America. And brother, you need to just be quiet. You need to be quiet. Abdul, you just need to be quiet and listen. You need to be quiet and listen, you know what I'm saying? Because you prove yourself to be a pedophile, child molester. You need to just be quiet and listen, all right? That's what you need to do. I suggest you hearken to that. Now, how can this be a place of our rest when we get unalived in the streets of America, when our babies get gunned down in the streets of America, where our babies get taught to love the very man that kills us in America, which is the white man, who is the devil the Bible speaks of? You understand? Who is the devil the Bible speaks of? This is not our rest. This is not our rest, all right? So I'm going to get another precept that backs this one up, right? I'm going to get Leviticus 20 and 26. 20, 26. Right? All right. It's the book of Leviticus 20 and 26. And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy. What the word holy means, you know what I'm saying? Hey, here you go. All right, man. I hear you, man. Go ahead and be a pedophile somewhere else, all right? Be a pedophile somewhere else, all right? I mean, this man mad at me because I called him out on his pedophilia and his child molestation, him being cool with child molestation and everything like that. Cool with beating his woman as well. Cool with all manner of wickedness that Islam teaches. You know what I'm saying? You should watch your mouth, Salaka, and you know, that's what you should do. All right. So he's, you know what I mean, I'm gonna let him, you know, rock out wherever he at. So Salaka. Now I'm gonna read this again. Leviticus 20 and 26. And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy, and have severed you from other people, that ye should be mine. Now, when you look the word up holy in the Bible, in your compact Bible dictionary or the pictorial Bible dictionary, you'll find out that the word holy means to be separate. The word holy means separate. It means to be different, set apart. So the Most High said we're to be different from these other nations. We're to be different. We're not supposed to be like these other nations. But what do we do? What do we do? Being in these other religions, in these religions like Islam that brothers want to fight for, and Christianity and all these things, you know what I mean? We're being just like these other nations. What these other nations do? What does Christianity even come from? It derives from, the Christian church derives from the Roman Catholic Church. What are they known for? What is the Pope known for? What is he known for? The Pope is known for, you know what I mean, child pedophilia. You know what I mean, pedophilia. He's known for the molestation of children. He's known for all that stuff. He got the biggest child molestation ring on the planet right now. And no one's, you know what I mean, saying anything about them. No one's fighting them. No one's trying to threaten them or, you know what I mean, threaten them with violence or anything like that. But a brother that comes out and says that Islam is a vain holiday, it's a vain religion. It's a vain religion with a vain God, a vain savior, a fake behind savior. Muhammad is a damn camel jockey and is a damn psychopath. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no Arabs ever been prophets ever existed. Ain't no prophet ever come out of the Arab nation. You know what I'm saying? Or Ishmael. The Quran is a damn comic book. You know what I'm saying? We use that, you know, that's good firewood and toilet paper. It's garbage. It means nothing. You know what I'm saying? But me telling you that as a brother that Islam is wrong and the people that's running that religion, you know what I mean, done our people wrong in the past and does our people wrong today. You know what I mean? But brothers want to threaten brothers over that. Want to threaten brothers over that, and you know what I mean, talk crazy to brothers over that. You know what I mean? When we just bringing out the truth. Now you take it up with the Most High. That ain't. You think it's me? You really got a problem with the Most High. Now, the Most High said that we're to be a holy people. I'm gonna read again from the top. And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy. The Lord is holy, and have severed you from other people. He severed us from all these other people, all these other nations, even the Arabs that our brothers in Islam love so much. Even the Arabs that our brothers in Islam love so much. He severed us from them. You know what I mean? And you trying to be like them. You trying to wear kufis like them. You trying to wear them dresses that they wear just like them. When we better than that. You know what I'm saying? I know you don't like it, but you're going to hear it anyway. You know what I'm saying? And have severed you from other people, that ye should be mine. You know what I mean? He severed us from these other people so we can be his. We could be the Most High. You know what I mean? Our life is not our own here. You know what I'm saying? We think our life is our own. You know what I mean? It's evident in our day-to-day life and our behavior here in America. We celebrating Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween, all this garbage, all this nonsense. When the Most High said that we not to do that. He owns us. He owns you. Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, woman, and child. The Most High owns you. You know what I mean? That's why we die when we celebrate these things, man. That's why we die. You know what I mean? I'm put this video up on the screen real fast. Salaki. Real quick, I'm gonna put this video up. You know what I mean? Salaki. You know what I mean? We think our life is our own in this place. You understand? Right here. Boom. Play this for y'all.
Inspired. by ISIS. Surveillance video showing that rented white pickup truck on Canal Street, then turning onto Bourbon Street, evading a parked police car, then speeding down 3 blocks, people scrambling to get out of the way. The truck slamming into a construction crane, the driver killed in a gun battle with police. On the back of his truck, an ISIS flag wrapped in a gray jacket. And
y'all see, y'all see that. Y'all see. This is what your holidays produce. Your holidays produce these things right here. These two brothers, the brother and the sister right here that they got shown on the screen didn't have to die. You know what I'm saying? They didn't, but like we celebrate these holidays. We want to celebrate, you know what I mean, New Year's and Halloween and you know, Christmas and everything, all these vain holidays. When the Most High said not to do it. You know what I'm saying? It was another instance where somebody in I think it was New York or something, right? Somebody in New York or no, Long Island. Somebody in Long Island unalived his mother on Christmas. I'm gonna get the video for you right now too. I'm gonna get the video. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is nonsense. I don't know how long, I don't know how much it's going to take for us to understand that these are not days for us. How holy days for us. This is, you know what I mean? You should let Christmas be a curse to you. Let New Year's be a curse to you, man. Let all these vain, wicked holidays that the Most High didn't give to us be a curse to you, man. You know what I mean? You're supposed to let that, you know, you're supposed to, you know, decline that, turn your back on that, on those holidays, man. But we take them in. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna play this real quick.
Arrested for allegedly killing his mother on Christmas Eve. Police say the suspect stabbed her to death in a Massapequa apartment. News 12's Carmen Grant is tracking all of the new details.
Jeremy Emmanuel Lopez Ramirez kept quiet as he was led out of Nassau County Police Headquarters in Mineola today. The 27-year-old is accused of killing his mother, Josefina Ramirez Montero, inside her Massapequa apartment on Old Sunrise Highway on Christmas Eve.
On this particular evening, it was just him and his mother at the house. Jeremy and his mom was baking some food for dinner. Jeremy left to go to a laundromat. And when he came back, he attacked his mother.
Authorities say Ramirez stabbed his 57-year-old mother multiple times in the chest and abdomen area. She was found in the living room by police. As we reported, she died at the hospital. Police have not released a motive.
Unknown what provoked him to attack his mother, but
y'all see that, right? Y'all see that, right? Like, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate, man. Like, you know, that's real unfortunate that, you know, he had that these things happen on these type of situations, you know what I'm saying, where a brother unalived his mother, you know what I mean? How about, is it so bad that we just do away with Christmas? Would it be so bad that we just live our everyday life without worrying about preparing for Thanksgiving and Christmas and all these holidays? You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't it be better for us? Wouldn't it do us better if we just left all these holidays alone? Like, that's something to think about. First off, you would save a lot more money. You know what I mean? You save a lot more money. You plus the more important thing is you wouldn't be crossing the Most High and doing what you're doing. From this right here, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna just go here. Since we're talking about it, right? Let's just go to the book of Amos. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Let's go to the book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 21. I despise your feast days, and I will not smell. Let me break that down right there. It says, I despise your feast days. The Most High hates our feast days. He hates Thanksgiving. You cooking up that stink behind dinner. You know what I'm saying, on Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? It's starting to stink now. Like, I can't stand the smell no more. I can't bear it. Christmas, that Christmas dinner, all that. I can't stand it now. I can't stand it. You know what I mean? The Most High hates and he despises your feast days. You know what I mean? He hates your Thanksgiving, your Christmas, you know what I mean? Your get-togethers about, like, you know what I mean, the 4th of July and all that stuff, and Memorial Day cookouts and all that. He despises your feast days. I'll read it again from the top. I despise your feast days. I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. He will not smell in our solemn assemblies. He's not going to smell that them you know what I mean, the food that you made, you know what I mean, the sacrifices you made on the idols. He's not going to smell it. He's not going to smell it. He's not for it at all. Let me see. I'm going to read verse 22. Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them. Neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts. Meaning, like, you know what I'm saying? He's not going to accept all the dinners that we make, you know what I'm saying, throughout the year for these vain, wicked holidays. He's not going to accept it, man. He's not with it. He's not with it. That's why we die the way we do. Again, catching high blood pressure, you know what I mean, high cholesterol, you know what I mean? We die so terribly because we're not supposed to do it. We're not supposed to, you know, take part of these things. You know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to do these things. But in us doing it, we just die a miserable death, a terrible death. You know what I'm saying? That we don't have to die, that we don't have to suffer in these times, man. We could just follow the Most High and keep it like that. You know what I mean? Shalom. Shalom, y'all. Shabbat. I.S.U.P.K, Philadelphia in the house. You know what I mean? All right. Yeah, so yeah, he just left indulgent status. He's just gonna stay there. Talking about nothing. So we have to, you know what I mean, realize the Most High is not with these holidays. He's not with it. He's not with us celebrating, you know what I mean, all these different vain holidays, man. He's not with it. So are we going to continue to do it knowing that the Most High says for us not to do it? That's one thing right there. Are we going to continue to do these things? Are we going to continue to, you know what I mean, suffer Christmas, suffer Thanksgiving, suffer all these things? I don't understand how you can celebrate Thanksgiving when it's a celebration of the murder of the North American Indians, the Native Americans, our brothers, the tribe of Gad, and the tribe of Reuben in the Bible, man. I don't see how we can celebrate it knowing that those things happen, that underneath the tile and the concretes of America, you know what I'm saying, the bones of the North American Indians are right under the pavements of the concretes and the tiles here in America, man. But we still want to celebrate Thanksgiving. Why? Because you don't give a damn about that. You just give a damn about being a glutton and filling up your stomach, you know what I'm saying, for Christmas and for the sake of for the sake of Thanksgiving and all your lustful holidays. You understand? Like, we have to do away with these things. You know what I mean? I'm gonna drop that. I'm gonna drop that. I'm gonna go to let me see. Shoot, what we just was going over. We can go over this real quick. Well, before I go there, Ecclesiasticus 12:10 says this. Ecclesiasticus 12:10 says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. That's the white man. The white man who's the devil the Bible speaks of. You can never trust him. He is our enemy. He is our natural born enemy. And we are never to trust him because he's untrustworthy. He's the damn devil of the earth. And the word devil means deceiver, meaning a liar. He's a liar, man, and he's not to be trusted. He's not to be trusted. He's to be, you know what I mean, he's never to be trusted. Salaki. All right, I'm gonna read that again from the top. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. No matter, you know what I mean, how much, you know what I mean, you got a stainless steel or whatever, iron or whatever like that, it's gonna rust no matter how much you try to, you know what I mean, get it, you know, cleaned or whatever like that. You know what I mean? It's gonna forever rust. Why? Because that's just how it was made. That's just how it is built. You know what I'm saying? That's the white man. He's built to be wicked. He's just created to be the wicked on the earth. You understand? So he's gonna always just be, you know what I mean, the wicked on the earth. He's gonna always be the murderer. He's always gonna be the liar. You can never trust him. Why? Because that's how he's created to be, the liar on the face of the earth. Goes all the way back to Cain, or the damn serpent in the garden. Goes all the way back there. You know what I mean? So that's one thing. And we have to be strong as a people too as well. Because what we did before, like we did, you know what I'm saying, in the past times, where we didn't want to be subjugated. We had a whole, you know what I mean, time where we was weak. We was weak like certain, you know what I mean, people, like certain people are today, that are, you know what I mean, willing to be slaves to another man through their religions. We was weak at one point. And we sought to be strong. We sought to be strong. I want to read about one of them times right now. All right. I'm gonna go to First Maccabees in the Apocrypha. In the Apocrypha, I could start at chapter. Let me see where I want to start at. Yeah. I'm gonna read a little bit from the first chapter real quick. All right. First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 1. And it happened. After that, Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chedum, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes, that he reigned in his stead, the first over Greece. Verse 2. And made many wars and won many won many strongholds, and slew the kings of the earth, and went through to the ends of the earth, and took spoils of many nations, insomuch that the earth was quiet before him, whereupon he was exalted and his heart was lifted up. Now, yeah, so this king, you know what I mean, Alexander, you know, he conquered all throughout the earth. He made many wars, won many wars, and conquered and gained many strongholds and all that stuff. And this is a white man, white nation, right? Greeks particularly, right? You know what I mean? He was a Macedonian. I'm going to read on. And he gathered a mighty strong host and ruled over countries and nations and kings who became tributaries unto him. All right. And then, yeah, he eventually became sick and died. He had like 12 years of reign in his time. You know what I'm saying? All right. And I'm gonna skip down, right? All right. I'm gonna read verse 10. Go to verse 10. He died. So yeah, Alexander eventually died. All right, verse 10. And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus the king, who had been in hostage at Rome, And he reigned in the 137 year of the kingdom of the Greeks. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. And that's the mindset of our people, you know what I mean, today. You know what I mean, to go to your Christian church, our black leaders, you know what I'm saying, we want to go ahead and you know, join together with a nation, you know what I mean, that's outside of ours, because they're stronger, they're in power. And that's the reason why we fall. That's the reason why we fail as a people, because we want to join together with them. Scripture just said, Ecclesiastes 12 and 10, never trust thine enemy. We have to keep that always in mind as a nation. We can't never trust our enemies, right? So this is basically like the mindset of Christians today, black leadership today, you know what I'm saying? And plus, we never thought that that the Bible was a historical book and historical record. You know what I mean? Alexander the Greek is recorded in here doing his wicked acts and all that. You know what I mean? Ptolemy and all them, they recorded in the Bible. And they got rid of certain parts of this section of the Bible called the Apocrypha, because this is the very proof that we were in captivity under the Greeks, you know what I mean, the Greco-Roman empires, you know what I'm saying? That's why they got rid of this. And who's they that I'm talking about? The Roman Catholic Church. The Roman Catholic Church sought to take this out, you know what I mean, the Apocrypha out of this Bible. But if you get the 1611 version of the Bible, this is in there. This is in there. But they took it out. You know what I'm saying? They called it the Apocrypha. You know what I'm saying? For the sole reason of basically hiding the fact that black people, Hispanics, you know what I mean, black people were in captivity under the Greeks, the Greco-Roman Empire. And you know what I mean? It's in here. All right. The Bible is a historical record. I mean, in all meaning of the term. All right. So I'm gonna read again where I was at. Verse 11. And this is the mindset of the Christians today, black community. You know what I mean? This is the mindset right here. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are around about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. You know what I mean? Brothers getting weak because they're going through a little bit of suffering, and being though that they suffering, they want to go ahead and be under and be subjugated to another nation, like some brothers in Islam and Christianity today, right? I'm gonna read verse 12. I'm just read on. I'm read down this whole thing. So this device pleased them well. Then certain of people were so forward hearing that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen. Gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen. Gave them license to do wickedness, like they do today. Giving us license to go ahead and you know, giving us a license to go ahead and unalive our babies in the abortion clinics. All these things. You understand? You know what I mean? All these different things. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is, you know what I mean? They give us license to do wickedness today, just like back then. I'm going to read some more. Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathen. You know what I mean? Verse 15. And made themselves uncircumcised and forsook the holy covenant and joined themselves to the heathen and were sold to do mischief, to do wickedness, to do ungodliness. You understand? Let me see if I can get to the point of it, though. Let me see. Into Egypt. Yeah, so then he eventually, you know what I mean, went into Egypt and conquered more land because he was greedy bastard and all that. I'm gonna skip up a little bit more. I'm gonna go to verse. So all these things happen, right? So they did all these wickedness things after he came in, after Antiochus went into Egypt and conquered that land. You know what I'm saying? They went and sought after coming to us, to the land of Judah, you know what I mean, into Jerusalem, into the city of David, and to, you know, do the same to us, to make sure that we, you know, cower to them and do whatever they tell us to do. I'm gonna go to chapter 2 real quick. In those days arose Mattathias, the son of John, the son of Simeon, a priest of the sons of Jorib from Jerusalem, and dwelt in Modin. You know what I'm saying? And Mattathias was a warrior, you know what I mean, from the nation of Israel, a black man, you know what I'm saying, that you know what I mean, wasn't standing for these things that were being pushed against his people. You know what I mean? He wasn't trying to dishonor the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. He wasn't trying to do that. You know what I mean? We're gonna read on some for some of this right now. This is it right here. He wasn't standing for it. He hated to see this. I'm gonna read verse 6. And when he saw the blasphemies that were committed in Judah and Jerusalem after, like I was reading, Antiochus, after he conquered the land of Egypt, he came to Jerusalem and the land of Judah, you know what I mean, to do the same to us, basically. Verse 7, he said, woe is me. Wherefore was I born to see this misery of my people and of the holy city, and to dwell there, when it was delivered into the hand of the enemy, and the sanctuary into the hand of strangers. It vexed his spirit to see that we were suffering, that we were in such misery, that we were under another people. You know what I'm saying? It bothered him. It vexed his spirit. You know what I mean? He wasn't comfortable with it like certain brothers that love Islam. That's comfortable with being under Islam. He wasn't like that. Mattathias was vexed in his spirit, being that he was under these people, under these heathens. You understand? He was vexed in his spirit. He hated to see this day. He said, woe is me. Woe means destruction. He says, woe is me. He said, woe is me. Wherefore was I born to see this misery of my people and of the holy city, and to dwell there, when it was delivered into the hand of the enemy, and the sanctuary into the hand of strangers. Verse 8, her temple became as a man without glory. Her glorious vessels are carried away into captivity. Her infants are slain in the streets. Her young men were with the sword of the enemy. You know what I mean? Our vessels, our riches were taken. Our vessels and our riches were taken out of the land, out of our holy land, our holy city. You understand? Was made to be, you know, was violated basically. Verse 10: what nation have not had a part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils? All her ornaments are taken away. Of a free woman, she has become a bond slave. You understand? Jerusalem was so perfect. It was so luxurious. It was everything. It was perfect for us, but it got overtaken. And these heathens came in proudly, boastfully, and took all of our riches, our jewels, our, you know what I mean, everything. They went to our temple and profaned the temple and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Our sanctuary. And this is what they did. And Mattathias, you know what I mean, this and his men that was under him felt, you know what I mean, different. Like they ain't just going to allow, you know what I mean, this spirit to take over. I'm going to read some more. Then Mattathias' sons rent their clothes and put on sackcloth and mourned very sore. In the meanwhile, he mourned and his sons, Mattathias and his son, they mourned. They rented their clothes. They ripped their clothes apart because they was so, vexed about what was taking place. Seeing the destruction of their people. All right, verse 15. In the meanwhile, the king's officers, such as compelled the people to revolt, came into the city, Modin, to make them sacrifice. Verse 16. And when many of Israel came unto them, Mattathias also and his sons came together. Then answered the king's officers and said to Mattathias on this wise, Thou art a ruler and an honorable and great man in this city, and strengthened with sons and brethren. Now, the officers of the king of under Antiochus came to Mattathias and his sons, and he was telling them, man, you a strong brother, you a strong man, for your nation, man. You know what? Do this. And I'm gonna read some more. Now, therefore, come thou first and fulfill the king's commandment, like as all the heathen have done. Yea, and the men of Judah also, and such as remain at Jerusalem, so shalt thou and thy house be in the number of the king's friends, and thou and thy children shall be honored with silver and gold and many rewards. So he's trying to, gas him up, like, man, do the order of the king, which is eat pork, eat swine flesh, and do these other things that's against the Most High, right? And I'm gonna read some more. This is Mattathias' response. Then Mattathias answered and spake with a loud voice, though all the nations that are under the king's dominion obey him, and fall away every one from the religion of their fathers, and give consent to his commandments, yet will I and my sons and my brethren walk in the covenant of our fathers. He's saying we're gonna walk in the covenant of our fathers. We're not gonna just be under anything that you tell us to do. We're not gonna go under the king's orders and eat swine's flesh, because the Most High, that would be disobeying our God of our fathers. That would be, crossing the God of our fathers. Just like y'all want to follow, your religions and the religions that your fathers had passed down to y'all. We're going to follow the God of our fathers, and we're going to keep the traditions of our fathers. That's what Mattathias is telling them, basically. All right, I'm going to read some more. I'm going to read verse 19 again. So like, then Mattathias answered and spake with a loud voice, though all the nations that are under the king's dominion obey him, and fall away everyone from the religion of their fathers, and give consent to his commandments, yet will I and my sons and my brethren walk in the covenant of our fathers. God forbid that we should forsake the law and the ordinances. God forbid we break the laws of the Most High God of our fathers. You understand? God forbid we do that. Verse 22, we will not hearken to the king's words to go from our religion, either on the right hand or the left. He's telling them straight up, listen, man, we not doing this. We not going to hearken to the king's commandments. You can, just go and forget about it. We ain't doing it. We not about to do that. You know what I'm saying? We're not finna do it. He was headstrong on that. Like, we not finna just be, following what the king said so we could disobey our God. I'm gonna read some more. I'm about to wrap it up though. I just want to get a little bit of this, because this is the spirit we need to be in as Black and Hispanic men on this planet right now, on this earth, in this time, you know, that we in the day. We need to be in this spirit. We need to be like, man, forget Thanksgiving. We need to say, man, we need to put the middle finger up to Thanksgiving and Christmas and these holidays, Valentine's Day, all these holidays. We need to do away with them, man, and say we're going to go with the traditions of our fathers. And you learn that in the I.S.U.P.K only. I'm going to read some more. Verse 23. Now, when he had left speaking these words, there came one of the Jews in the sight of all to sacrifice on the altar which was made at Modin, which was at Modin, according to the king's commandment. Which thing when Mattathias saw, he was inflamed with zeal. So he's seen a brother about to go up on the altar and sacrificing on that altar right there. You know what I'm saying? Sacrificing swine's flesh, you know what I mean, on the altar. He's seen that. Mattathias seen it, and this is what he did right here, verse 24. Which thing when Mattathias saw, he was inflamed with zeal, and his reins trembled. Neither could he forbear to show his anger according to judgment. He couldn't hide his anger. Mattathias couldn't hide his anger. You know, I mean, he was pissed off because he seen this man, and he was inflamed with zeal. And this is what happened. Neither could he forbear to show his anger according to judgment, wherefore he ran and slew him upon the altar. He slew this brother. And Salaka, let me read the next verse. Also, the king's commissioner, who compelled men to sacrifice, he killed at that time, and the altar he pulled down. This is what now. That's what happened. You know what I mean? He was inflamed with zeal, and that's what happened. He unalived that brother on the altar, and the commissioner, you know what I mean, that was setting everything up. You know what I mean? The commissioner, he alived both of them. You know what I mean? Because he was inflamed with zeal, seeing the wickedness that was taking place. He like, man, these cats gotta go. And we have to have the spirit in us, the warfare spirit back in us, where we not going for anything that's contrary to what the Most High gave us. We're not going for it. And meaning this, not going putting hands on anybody, not unaliving anybody, not that, but because that ain't the time, right? That ain't the time. We ain't in that time right now. We in a time of where we gotta, you know what I mean, have a spiritual warfare right now within ourselves. Man, like we not finna, you know what I mean, smoke weed just because the white man says it's legal now in Jersey, in Trenton, in Jersey, to smoke weed. I'm not going to, you know what, man, I'm not finna go to Planned Parenthood and unallow my baby no more. You know what I mean? I'm not finna do that just because the white man gives us license to do so. You know what I mean? That's murder. That's first-degree murder. And you know what I'm saying? Why nobody getting locked up for unaliving their baby? Because the white man gives you license to do so. You understand? Like, I'm not going to kill my brothers. I'm not going to kill my brother. You know what I mean? Because the white man will want me to do that. I'm not going to do that, do something stupid like that, get locked up. The white man wants me locked up. You understand? Like, I'm not going to have an evil eye towards my brother. You know what I mean? I'm going to go out my way to love my brother, you know what I mean, and try to work things out with my brother and make sure that we don't have, you know what I mean, grudges towards each other. We got to love one another in this time of day, you know, in this days and time, because if we don't love each other, who going to love us for us? Who going to love us for us? Muslims? Islam? Christianity? No. Who's going to love us for us? The white man? The Arabs that Muslims love so much? No. Black man, Hispanic man, Arab American man, we can only love each other the way we need to be loved, man. We know our struggles. We know our upbringings in America. We know our poverty. We know what we need as a people. You know what I'm saying? We know how to love each other. We know how to get together, and you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? You know, we know what we need. We got to come together though, and it's only in the UPK where it's going to be successful. Only in the I.S.U.P.K. You understand? And with that, I'm gonna end the class right there. I appreciate everybody that tuned into the class tonight. You know what I mean? It was a good class. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Y'all come through next week. Lord allow, I'll be back here teaching the class again, the brotherhood class. You understand? This was brotherhood. Tonight was brotherhood class. It was brotherhood telling brothers that Islam is a damn joke and the Quran is a damn comic book. That's brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's brotherhood. Love it or not. You know what I mean? Take it up with the Most High if you don't like it. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody tuning into the class tonight. Next Tuesday, we'll be back for the brotherhood class, Lord allow. You understand? And anybody want to come in person for these classes? Anybody want to come in person for these classes? You know what I mean? The UN Library, Trenton, New Jersey, UN Library, from 5:30 to 7:30. You understand? From 5:30 to 7:30. You know what I mean? We up in here doing the thing. You know what I mean? Just come through. When you come here, ask for the Men Empowerment Group. Ask for them at the desk. Ask for that at the desk, and they're gonna direct you to me, and we're gonna get it on. You know what I'm saying? Sit up and come in these classes. You know what I mean? Change your life. Do what you need to do so we can survive the upcoming hell that's coming here, the pending hell that's coming here to America. All right. So with that, I'm gonna salute everybody out. All right. Shalom. YAHAWASHI Al-Shai Barakatah. YAHUSHUA Al-Thumb Bashimi Al-Shai. This is Priest and Officer of 500 Mathum Yard out of I.S.U.P.K, started 1 West on the 25th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander during YAHANNA. And we've been teaching the truth about the Bible since 1969. And the truth of the Bible being that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are the real Israelites and the real Jews of the Bible, and that the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. All right. And we're going to keep spreading this knowledge, spreading this truth, you know what I mean, until our king gets the order to come back and free us from this hell, man. All right. So till next time, shalom.